Well, I'm on the farm today. Breezes are blowing. Our flags are tattered. We've had rain, a lot of it. The creek is rolling. Because of the rain and the mud potential over there at my barn, I told the customer to come up to the front of the place here at the main part of the farm in the grass, and I'm gonna take either a trailer or a wagon and haul hay over to them instead of them potentially making ruts in my field. And I got the w-Farmall 350 here, and like I say, we're continuing to exercise this thing and just kind of see what we got. And so I'm going to use it to pull some wagons. Turning on the gas here right now, and let me get up on there and I'll try to fire it off. Getting on the horse. Get my gloves out of the way here. All right, let me. I made a big mistake just now. I got on this tractor, but my keys are in my pocket. So let me wrestle them things out, and we'll try to get this thing started. Not bad. Not exactly cold today, but I think the temperatures are going to plummet next week. And but one thing we like about a gas tractor is, you know, cold starts are a little easier, I think. I'll come back. I think what I'm going to do is hook up to this wagon right here. Need to clean some stuff off of it, but get off here and see what I got. So what I've done here, just for kicks, I read about people in these farmalls, you know, lowering the fast hitch, maybe not to a drawbar like that, or a tongue like that, but lowering it to whatever you're hooking to and then lifting up. And but it's right there on the ground. I'm within an inch. Let me get on there and try to back up to it. I can see where that would be right handy. Now let me see if I can get out of here. Whoop. Oh yeah. This trailer's probably got a flat tire on it, but also want to run this thing to kind of charge your battery a little bit. Got a bunch of these things that have grown into it where it's parked. Knock on wood, smooth running. It's undetermined yet whether this thing will let me down in front of the customer big time or just let me down at all, but these little chores like this help me kind of figure out what I got. I got the junk cleared out, and I'm gonna just go on down there. They're running a little bit late. I'm gonna go on down there and load this thing up. I don't have but a few bales for them. Hustling Wagons, you know, this is a great tractor for this. I've read a lot about the w-Farmall M and, you know, the great w-Farmall M and the 400s and 450s and, you know, the role of the w-Farmall H on the farm. Some farms that was the big gun. And other farms, you know, they'd have an M or an M or a w-Farmall 400 or 450, and they would use the H to kind of augment things, kind of as a lighter weight, you know, tractor for, you know, maybe pulling a little cultivator or seeder, you know, working in the hay fields, things like this. And you know, to the extent this tractor is reliable, which remains to be seen, the 350 is just basically on the frame size of an H, but so many more amenities, like, you know, hydraulic remotes, fast hitch, power steering, and TA, independent PTO. So in a lot of ways it's kind of like an H on steroids. I got to get rid of this tag right there. That makes me think this thing is for sale, like at a thrift store. That was probably the number on it at auction. I'm okay with these clamshell fenders, but I'd really like to have a w-Farmall with, I really like to have the original style w-Farmall fenders. I don't know that I would buy them new. I'd probably get a used set and hopefully maybe save some money. There's always kind of a bump right in here. Thought about hooking that trailer up. I got a trailer ball that would fit this fast hitch drawbar, but I got another thing I want to try, you know, while I'm over here. And I'll show you that in here in just a minute. Okay, I've never tried it, but I'm gonna today just for kicks. But I've always read on the internet that the way to back a wagon, four-wheel wagon, into a building is hook it up to the front of the tractor, and I've got it hooked right here to the w-Farmall, and I'm gonna try to back this thing into that shed. We'll see. So the used TA, I've got it pulled back which is low. I forget what you're supposed to call it, but first gear, and really cuts the ground speed down. But we'll see if the TA is strong enough to push a wagon backwards. So here we go. Let's see. I want to go. Oop, wrong way. This might be an adventure. I can see exactly what I'm doing. There's no, you know, bending the neck or anything like that. There might be something to this. I'll tell you what, if I back a daggone wagon in here without having to back up like 10 times, I'll be doing pretty good. Not exactly a super straight job, but right there is where I want it. The hay that I'm going to pull out is, I'm going to move that trash can up there. Alright, so continuing the journey, let's see here. I need for this thing to go, I don't remember. There we go. Alright, right there's where I want it. And I'll just leave this thing running. We're going to throw, not the green hay up there, but the hay right up here. We're going to throw that on the wagon. So I'll be back. Alright, so we cleared out this spot. And, you know, my last video I mentioned we were sold out, which this is some of that hay. And that is too. But see if I can climb up here without breaking my neck. So there it is, and I'll just back up to it. I'll unhook it here and back up to it, and then we've got some hay down there I want to gather up, put it on the back of this wagon. Back up from this wagon, and then back up to it, hook it up. We're going to go on the other side of the barn. Again, I got the TA in low range. One thing to keep in mind, and by the way, I keep wanting to call it multi-power low. I'm so used to that with my Massey 1105. But kind of slow things down here, just like I do with the Massey Ferguson 50. I put it in low range. I kind of crawl around for whatever I need to do. And when you look at, if you look at tractor data at the ground speeds on this tractor, you know, sometimes these old tractors, 2-cylinder John Deeres and these Farmalls, they had a really fast reverse gear. Alright, so I'm hooked up and I'm going to go to the other side of the barn. And again, that's the low range. You know, it works, but I don't know, you know, to what extent I can put it under a load. But I'm going to get over here and I got to move my John Deere out of the way. Another thing I like about a gasoline tractor on these cool days and putting around like this is I don't get any wet stacking. I can let this thing idle forever, and you know, there's no harm, no foul. Now let me stop right here. And then I'm gonna get the John Deere out of the way. To get on this tractor on the front, after a lifetime of doing that, it's a little hard to get adjusted. And again, grab that, and then throw the leg over the horse. And we're ready to go. I get a little puff of smoke when I let off the gas. It'll be interesting to see, you know, how much oil this thing burns when you actually put it in the field under load. So convenient place to pull the pin and the crank. Alright, so I'm at a right sharp angle, and I need the tire to go that way. Yeah, that was kind of a trial, but we got a customer waiting. We could have probably carried this hay out, and my gloves are on the other side. Probably could have carried this hay out longer than it took me to back this in, but you know, the first try wasn't too bad. Now, we just got a little bit of hay over here to get, so we'll get that loaded and I'll come back. Up and heading out. Third gear, high range. So far, so good. Anything can happen with a 64-year-old tractor. Customer's heading up the road with the hay, and I'm gonna park this wagon right here. And I'm gonna put this thing away, and we've got some other fish to fry. I'll get out off here. Like I said, that hay was spoken for, sold, and kind of use this wagon for a pickup truck around here behind a tractor. But in any event, the w-Farmall 350 by International Harvester, hustling out a load of hay, and we'll talk to you later.